It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 134. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host Noelle Herzog.
Hi, Tracey.
Hi, Noelle. We're here to talk about Happily Ever After Season 6, Episode 16, The Tell All Part 1.
Okay, I'm here for it.
I am definitely here for it. And if you guys want more of us, go over to patreon.com/trash talk podcast for over 200 bonus episodes, including our entire library of BS, which is our favorite podcast to do. You learn so much about us. We have so much fun. It is a fever dream.
It is a pure fever dream, Tracey.
You'll have so much fun over there. Noelle.
Mm-hmm.
I like this tell-all.
That's what I'm saying. I liked it. That's why I just powered through it yesterday.
There were a lot of good reveals.
Yes.
There were a lot of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
There were some surprises.
Yeah, I like this.
I thought I knew everything because I keep up with everyone on Instagram, but no, this was good.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I liked everyone's emotions as well.
I also like seeing everyone. I like see what they wear, how they look when they're not on the show.
And interacting with the other couples.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we start off. Mike hasn't seen Natalie in months, and they're all getting COVID tested as they walk in.
Right. Okay.
Jovi and Yara said that they're not getting along. I don't believe that.
But it's not true, though.
I don't believe that.
They're
Brandon
not getting along like baby bits.
Yeah. Like, oh, he did leave the dishes in the sink and then I asked him not to. And he's really not acknowledging that hurts my feelings. No.
Right.
Brandon and Julia. So apparently Julia doesn't let him have friends. And Julia is super nasty about his parents because he wants to move back to the farm.
Yeah. I mean, listen, she's terrible.
She's probably the worst. She my least favorite on the show. And she's like, I don't talk behind people's back. I say it to their face. Cool, Julia.
Cool.
So you're nasty.
So
okay,
you're
cool.
mean to everyone. Great.
All right. So Ronald and Tiffany are on bad terms. And Natalie comes in with the googliest eyes I've ever seen in my life.
Meanwhile, I thought she looked so good.
No, I thought she looked good because someone did her hair nicey.
Okay, so someone did her hair, someone did the color good, someone did the curls good.
Yes.
I loved her dress, that blue and
that
gold.
Dress was red carpet.
I should own that dress.
Yes,
I love that neckline.
I know you do, but it was red carpet without being like trying too hard.
Yes.
I thought that Yara's dress was trying too hard because sitting down, I don't even know what that dress looked like.
Well, that was the thing. That dress didn't do anything for her. That's like a club dress.
Right, but she wasn't standing up. So like, what is happening with this dress?
I loved her shoes, but her dress, I was not into it.
Agreed. But she did come with the googliest eyes you've ever seen.
She did, but I'll tell you, it's something I've noticed too. I think that she's not that she was ever heavy, but she's definitely lost weight.
Yes. Well, she addresses that.
Yeah. Cause I noticed that I'm like, she looks great either way, but it's like, I just noticed that her face looked thinner.
Okay, so also Asuelo, the outfit that he's wearing, I actually have purchased this outfit for my friend's baby.
Really?
A matching Hawaiian shirt with.
It looks like something my
shorts?
neighbor wore when he went to Miami recently. Remember that outfit? God, I loved it.
But it's almost like it could have been a onesie. It could have been like a romper.
I kept realizing that his shorts are shorter than I thought. His tattoos, I thought that was his shorts. It was very confusing.
Very confusing. So Tiffany's hair, I'm in love.
Oh, that purple.
The purple on the bottom, I'm in love. I feel like
it was ombre in the confessionals last time, the blonde.
Yes.
You did that.
I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Her makeup and her hair are always tasteful. Like fun.
It's never overdone.
No, but it's like fun. But like, remember how Erica and Stephanie, you remember Erica from Australia?
Too much.
Too
like
much.
A costume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tiffany is translating these looks into wearable looks.
I can't believe how bad her energy in life is. I can't take it.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
But her hair, yes, it's gorgeous. It reminds me of yours. You do that to your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So she told Ronald, if he can't support the kids, she doesn't want to be with him. And her shoulders are out.
They're out all the way.
She's ready. She's ready to meet someone else.
Yes.
Also, something that I acknowledge about Libby.
Yeah.
She is always stuffy.
Okay, so her nostrils were so red
But
when
she's
she like
always
first
that.
got there. She is like that. As soon as I saw it too, I was like, Tracy's gonna notice this. Her nostrils were so red.
Noelle, she has chronic sinusitis because this is like last season when we started with Libby, it was like, oh, she has a cold. And it's like, no, that's how she sounds.
She always sounds that way. Also, she walks in like, oh, like she's what? Like the paparazzi's following her with her sunglasses. Oh, it's so silly.
So Mike comes and Natalie's already sitting on stage and she looks down like her abuser has entered the room.
I know. It was
and
weird.
then he beats her in the face with a baseball bat. Angela is at goal weight. She's I would assume she's around 170 pounds because remember she said that she was like 270 something and she said she lost 106.
Right.
Michael says, I can't wait to feel it.
Well, what does that mean?
It means he wants to feel her fake boobs.
Okay. All right.
All right. So she has on a Madonna ponytail.
She's dressed like Britney Spears in the Toxic video. That's what this outfit reminds me of.
It's worse though.
I mean, listen, I think Angela, she lost a ton of weight. She's healthier. Her boobs look cool. Everything's great, but you still got to dress for your body.
Okay. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
I think that I can make Angela look so cute.
Yeah, of course. I always think about I could do her hair so nice.
But she doesn't want to look cute. She wants to like, she thinks that whatever she's doing is looking cute.
Well, she thinks like, okay, so I got a makeover. I lost weight, this, that. I can wear whatever I want.
Okay.
Listen, I'm thin. I can't wear whatever I want.
It's not about being thin and not being thin. It's about something that doesn't fit you properly. It's about something that isn't flattering.
It's just not flattering. That's what it is.
It's not even that. It's cheap.
It is cheap. The hair is what got me at first.
It's everything that got me.
Yeah.
Now, Angela said that Michael was making fun of her boobs. So she got breast implants done last week. And that surgery he was okay with.
See, I completely believe this. I think that he's such a jerk when it comes to boobs that he was definitely making fun of her.
Yeah, that's a really good relationship.
They're both terrible.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that, like, I don't feel bad for Michael and I don't feel bad for Angela. I think they're both
in some ways I feel bad for Michael, but I don't ever feel bad for Angela.
I want to see what her boobs looked like after the reduction.
Me too.
Because did he just cut them off?
Okay, but that's what it looked like. I don't know. They did it. You said it too. You called it. They did it the wrong time.
Yes, for sure they did. They did it while she was still heavy. What are you doing?
She didn't have that skin surgery yet, right? Where they cut off the loose skin?
No.
Because someone said that she did. And I'm like, she definitely didn't have that yet.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think she did. Yeah. Because remember, she was going to get her, like her neck done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they did that because she wouldn't stop smoking, right?
That's right.
But they would do her boobs.
But that's what I don't understand. But why? And she's still smoking.
And she
show a clip. She's outside smoking.
But she went back to that doctor to get her boobs done too. After she didn't like what he did to them.
Well, that's crazy.
This is so weird. All right. So Julia said that she only goes to the farm to visit the dog, and she makes very sure that everyone knows that she hates his parents.
She is a terrible human being.
Yeah, she's awful. And Andre's hair is very long.
I don't hate it though.
It's slick back, but there's like one flyaway piece.
There is a flyaway.
It's grossing me out. Libby said that he's not working on his anger.
Okay. I want to talk about Libby's outfit.
I hate it.
So I like the whole black leather dress look.
It didn't fit her.
It did not fit her.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like she's sitting there and it was like almost like she was puffy on top. Like I couldn't understand.
I think she had Spanx on that were too tight or something.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Because she doesn't usually dress bad. She dresses the most. That's why I didn't expect her to wear something like this.
You have to look in a 360 mirror before you go on TV.
Yeah, I would be horrified. I would be so scared to wear anything.
You would just go naked. That's good. Natalie,
I'm glad that Julia still looks disgusting all the time. Sorry.
I have more comments on that coming up. Natalie moved to Florida.
Yes, I had seen that on Instagram.
And Julia screams that she should go back to her country.
What is it her business?
She's so crazy.
Yeah.
Natalie answers Sean's question so weird and fast. So
What'd she say?
Sean's not even, she's like, so Natalie, you moved to, she's like, yes, I moved to Florida. Yes, I did.
I guess because she was worried about being called out or something. I don't
But
know.
she didn't even let Sean finish the questions before
Yeah.
she answered them. Yes, I did. Yes.
Uh-huh.
She said that Michael chose work over her, and that's the problem.
Right. Where did this come from?
I don't know, but he said that he lost employees during COVID,
Right.
and he had to kind of pick up the slack. And
I thought it was weird they didn't mention Juliana, by the way.
Yeah,
right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree with you. Also, speaking of dresses, I loved Sean's dress.
I can't
It was, like,
remember her dress off the top
pleated.
of my head. Uh-huh.
It was like
What
pleated.
color was it?
I think it was almost burgundy.
Okay.
It was really, really cute. So Natalie wanted to move to Seattle.
Yes.
And this is a big lie that she told right off the bat. She said that they had an amazing relationship and they were so happy before she moved to America.
But I remember specifically being in
Yes.
her mom's like pink house
Yes.
and them not getting along at all.
Right. Mike was going for walks in the wood.
In his pajamas.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And they were not getting along. She threw her ring at him. He left
Yes.
the country not knowing if they were still together. So no.
Yes. She
She
wouldn't
wanted-
say she was in love with him.
She wouldn't say he was her soulmate. She wouldn't say she
Uh-huh.
loves him, but she wanted a baby immediately.
Yeah. And it's so weird that was never brought up again. Her wanting a baby.
Never again. So
Yeah.
they weren't happy. They were happy before she moved here. False.
Yeah, not true. You're lying. Also, I hate the way she talks. She was like, Michael has a great job and he really cares about his employees. And so that's what came between us. It's like, what are you talking
No.
about?
She's lying.
Yeah.
She's trying to paint the narrative the way that it makes her look like, hey, listen, well, what was I going to do?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So then she said, this is a quote. I went effing crazy in the wood. I have my rights to move even to the moon.
It's like, okay. I think you live on the moon.
You did move to the moon. You've been on the moon.
Yes.
You are the woman on the moon.
You are made of green cheese.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're on the moon. She said that when she lived there, she gained 20 pounds and she had to go on an antidepressant.
She had to tell him this so many times. He's like, oh, what?
I love that he was genuinely confused on the word that she was saying because he wasn't even being a jerk.
No.
He's like, you went on a who? She's like, antidepressant. And he's like, what? She's like, a chocolate antidepressant.
Because then she's like, anti-depressant.
Depressant. And he's like, what is
French
that? And she's
suddenly.
like, I went on a chocolate croissant. And he's like, what? She's like, oh, yes, I had a croissant. He's like, you had a croissant? What are you saying?
Oh, that was so funny.
But she wouldn't stop. And it's like,
Right.
Natalie,
Mm-hmm.
who told you that was pronounced like that?
Nobody.
How did you get French?
Juliana.
Maybe it's because in Seattle, you're like not so far from Canada.
I thought you were going to say
I know, I was going to
France.
say France. Well, what part? No, but I think that's the
No,
other
that's
side.
like Montreal.
Yeah, that's the other side. On the same longitude. Antidepressant. I think that's what we should start calling it. When your doctor's like, "Hey, what do you want?" and you could be like, well, I take vitamin D.
Mhm.
I take B12.
Mhm.
I am an antidepressant.
They'd be like, what?
Prozac.
That's why I like to say a double entendre. That's what I'm French.
Sometimes I'm on 20 milligrams of Prozac and then also
Well, Butron.
and then accoutrements.
Oh,
Amuse
Tracey.
bouche.
This
I'm on
this is another fever dream happening right in
I'm
front of
on
my
an
eyes.
amuse bouche of Xanax.
It's a mirepoix of Xanax.
mise en place. Anyway, I'm not French.
Oh God.
So Natalie and Mike both say they haven't
Yeah.
seen anyone else, but Natalie is shifty about this.
Yeah, it was just all weird.
So, okay, now
Mhm.
Jovi, Hovey, Yovi
Yeah.
coming in
Uh-huh.
with the tea.
Mhm.
He's like, oh, you weren't with anyone else. So who was the guy that you were with in New Orleans when we had dinner with you? And she was like,
Mhm.
what? Okay. If you don't want anyone to know
Why
that you're
are-
seeing someone, why
right.
would you bring them? What? And she's like, oh, well, I didn't want to, I didn't know how it was gonna be with Yara. What? Why would
Right.
you
What
want
does
to?
that mean?
You thought Yara was gonna hit you?
Right. You thought Yara would be mean to you?
Then why are you going to dinner with her?
Right. It was really weird.
Very weird. And then she says something that is so funny.
What'd she say?
This
How
is
do
a
you know he's
quote.
not gay?
She goes, what makes you think he's not gay, for example?
Right. She really tickles my fancy sometimes.
So Mike is like, I need a lawyer. And Ronald's like, oh, I have a good lawyer in South Africa. Ronald, you can't even pay for groceries. Relax yourself.
Shut up, Ronald.
Go in your dungeon,
Mhm.
stick some cardboard to the floor and relax.
Yeah, it's like, shut up.
So Natalie said that this guy and her met as friends in the Russian community. And then she starts
Okay.
laughing like a maniac.
Right. That's what I don't understand.
And then Julia starts screaming that she's two-faced and asks who supports her.
Okay, that's crazy. I didn't think about that.
So she has Mike's bank card and he's like, oh, I'm deactivating the card and filing for divorce. But how do you pay for rent with Mike's bank card?
So basically, right, because Julie was like, you can't work. Who pays for your apartment? Who pays for your rent? Who pays for your transportation? This, that. It's all from the bank. And Mike's like, I know how. He's paying for everything.
Okay, but Mike, who's the idiot?
What's wrong with you? And then she can't believe that he's going to cancel the bank card.
And
that
that's
she's
when she
living in
starts getting
Florida.
upset.
Uh-huh.
But listen, Julia, it's just not your business. Julia wants Natalie back in the Ukraine right now.
But Natalie goes, Michael, if you think you can find someone better than me, I pray for you. And it's like, I get that, but like, you're not together.
Yeah. And yeah,
That's
I
not
mean,
why he's
anyone's
divorcing
better.
You don't live in the state.
Also, Julia wants Mike with a nice girl to cook meat for him.
And make him and get him beers. Mm-hmm. Okay.
She's like, I want a meat girl to cook meat.
I mean, he
What?
is meat centric. He does bring up meat a lot.
Oh, it's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you, these people, I don't know what's
Interesting.
going on. Natalie seems a little bit off, but she's in
Mhm.
Florida now.
Mm-hmm.
And her life needs to be a little bit more flexible. And, flex discs and flex cups are really the way to go when it comes to period care.
Absolutely.
They have products that are body safe, made for comfort, and made to keep you moving. So the Flex Disc, it's a one-time use menstrual disc. It fits perfectly inside your body, and it can be worn for up to 12 hours and holds as much flow as 3 super tampons.
Damn.
And then if you want to go zero waste and have the planet love you,
Mm-hmm.
pick up the Flex Cup. This is a reusable menstrual cup that Cosmo rated #1. So this is a patented pull tab, and it makes Flex the only cup on the market that removes like a tampon. It's so easy. You already know how to use it. And if you don't,
Mm-hmm.
there's videos, there's in-depth diagrams, there's gifts and Flexperts available to walk you through the entire process. And you'll never go back to products from the past once you try Flex.
Cool.
So say goodbye to cramps, put sex back on the table, and lend Mother Nature a hand. Go to flexfits.com/fiance and use code fiance for 20% off Flex Disc starter kits or 10% off your first Flex Cup, plus free US shipping. That's code fiance at flexfits, FLEXFITS.com/fiance.
Awesome.
Speaking of being flexible, Angela asked for a leg rub.
But like, what is wrong with her?
She wants Michael to be jealous, but she also picked the man that she's attracted to the least.
Yes, agreed.
She's like, this is safe because I literally don't care for him.
It just it infuriates me because I feel like I can't imagine her and Michael acting like this. She would lose her mind.
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tiffany and Ronald. So when Tiffany was packing, he said that he felt really bad and he didn't treat her right. So he's changing his tune all the way up, all of a sudden.
Right. Well, he says he realized he mistreated her. I mean,
Right.
I don't believe anything either of them say.
I know. So she said that she got back in March. She was there for 4 months. So not only did she stay longer than Christmas, she stayed till March.
Yeah. So it can't be that bad. You can't hate him all that much.
Right. I mean, maybe you guys were sleeping in the hole, but
Yeah.
He said that a woman cannot take the role of a man. This was infuriating.
Yeah, it's like what does this mean? And
He's
then
like,
he
women are women, men are
compares
men.
Angela.
Yes. He's like,
Mhm.
this is like Angela. She tries to take the role of a man too.
I'm shocked Angela didn't say anything.
Angela's probably like, I know this guy's so crazy. Like even Angela's past that.
Well, that's true.
She's like, I'm beyond this guy. So,
but I get it though. I feel like when Yara interjected, I think she was right.
what did she say?
She's basically was like, Tiffany's super independent, which I get,
Yes.
but she doesn't even give Ronald a chance to do anything because she's just like, he's not going to do it. So she doesn't even let him try.
She's setting him up for failure.
Yes, I agree with that.
I agree with that to a point.
Even though he sucks. Trust me, I'm not defending him.
Okay, but now Tiffany didn't submit the tax papers that he needs for his visa.
Right. So she doesn't even want him here anyway.
She's like, what? But see, now the silly thing is, I would have been like, I submitted them. I don't know what happened.
Me too. I never would have told him.
But
And
she
then she's
likes
like-
him knowing that it's her fault.
Uh-huh. And then she's like, oh, I didn't do it because I'm here. I don't
What does
think
that
that's
mean?
True. Uh-huh. She was
What
supposed
does
to
that-
submit him today.
Yeah, okay. So she rolls her eyes and he's like, I dare you to roll your eyes one more time. And she rolls them again. Like, what's going to happen?
What are you
Ronald?
gonna do? You're gonna leave? Okay.
What are you going to do? Beat me up via Skype?
Right. Okay.
Are you going to Skype me up? So now Ronald said that when they got in that fight, and you remember she was laughing into the camera
Yes.
in the hotel lobby. What was
Yeah.
going on there?
I don't know, but I'm telling you, this is why I said she seemed drunk. She was.
Yes. Ronald said that she took the Bacardi out of the car
Right.
and she was going to stay at the hotel with the cameraman
Right. Okay. So they were at a therapist office, I thought.
in a hotel.
That's what I don't understand.
Also, do you remember when we did this episode and I said, wow, that's really weird. Usually the crew doesn't
Yes, you did.
get
They don't
involved with
drive
their
them around.
transportation.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden the crew's driving her around.
That is interesting. You're so right. Uh-huh.
And he said that she was talking him up like crazy as soon as she got off the plane. So
Mhm.
she's basically like,
She's trying to piss him off though, too.
I don't know. Maybe she's really into this cameraman.
Maybe.
She said that
never
he's
know.
just jealous.
Okay. I would be jealous too, though.
Sure. So now they bring their moms on.
Right.
Ronald's mom.
Okay, but why is she so nice?
She said that she loves Tiffany and that losing her would be like losing a child. And she just really loves her. And oh my God.
And that made Tiffany cry. That would make me cry.
His mom is legit nice. And I think Tiffany really loves his mom too.
I think that his mother was so genuine when she was saying this.
Yeah, for sure. So Tiffany said they're still together and they love each other. And then he apologizes. What?
Right. But
What
that's
just
what I
happened?
mean. It's all of this is BS between them. They're both just toxic people.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
little bit weird.
Yeah.
Well, since you're listening to this show, I think it's safe to say that you love listening to podcasts, right?
I'd say so.
Well, you'll find a ton of binge-worthy podcasts, including ours on Amazon Music. Amazon Music has more than 10 million free podcast episodes to listen to. But
Wow.
Amazon Music isn't just for listening to podcasts. They have thousands of music stations and top playlists to stream for free. And no matter what you're listening to, you can go hands-free with Alexa. If you are like me and want your music on demand and ad-free, you have to try Amazon Music Unlimited. That gives you unlimited access to over 75 million songs, as well as podcasts, music videos, and more. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can listen to any song anywhere offline with unlimited skips. I absolutely love using Amazon Music.
Me too. I use it all the time.
I use it in my car.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never tried Amazon Music Unlimited, now's a great time. For a limited time, new customers can try Amazon Music Unlimited free for 30 days. No credit card required. Just go to amazon.com/fiance. That's amazon.com/fiance to try Amazon Music Unlimited free for 30 days. Amazon.com/fiance. Renews automatically, cancel anytime, terms apply.
You're so good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of renewing automatically.
Okay.
I can't with Julia. So Brandon and Julia, she loves not being near his parents.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sean asked them about their intimacy. Now, if you guys were watching these 90-day spin-off shows,
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what show it is. The one on Discovery Plus where they were showing like behind the scenes stuff.
Where they sat down and interviewed the person.
Yes.
Oh, what was that?
Anyway,
Right.
you
Because
guys know.
not Tiffany. Brittany was on it. I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They were very, very forward with a lot of
Yes.
their intimate details.
Yes.
So Sean is going to prompt them to be disgusting.
Why? I don't care about their sex life.
So she said that she's worried their neighbors hear them, but then she said that she's not worried that their neighbors hear them.
Right. It's like, okay. And she's like, well, I hear my neighbors. Cool.
Right. Okay. So the dog was staying with them once in a while, but she couldn't have the dog stay there anymore because he wakes her up to use the restroom.
Well, that's what happens.
He wakes up to use the restroom.
The lavatory. Can you open the door for me? I can't figure it out.
I have no thumbs. I need a hall pass.
Can you flush?
I just need to freshen up a little bit. I don't even need to poop.
I need to powder my nose. Oh man.
So she said that she never loved anything more than Simba, including Brandon.
I mean, listen, I get it. I've never loved anything the way I love my dogs.
Noelle, real question.
Yeah.
All kidding aside.
Yeah.
Does she brush her teeth with cheddar cheese?
Yes.
Okay.
Extra sharp Cracker Barrel yellow cheddar.
Yes.
I know this because I ate some for breakfast.
And it reminded you of Julia's teeth. Okay.
Yes.
So she said that if she wanted to have a baby right now, she would, because she would poke holes in the condoms, but also they don't use condoms.
She makes everyone cringe though.
Yes. And then there's silence.
Yeah.
There is the most uncomfortable. I don't know if it was edited in or not, but I thought it was so funny.
Yeah. It's really uncomfortable.
Yes.
I can't. The way she talks, everything about her, she's just not nice. I feel bad for Brandon. I feel like I know that you always say they know what they're getting into, but I feel like she definitely bamboozled him.
Yes,
a little bit.
I agree with you, because she said that he said that she's so jealous that he's not allowed to have any friends. And she's like, well,
she says she's not as jealous as she used to be.
Yeah. She said that, well, don't you think that maybe I'm jealous because I don't have any friends? And he's like, no, you're mean to everyone.
Right. You don't try to be friends with anybody.
And she said that her jealousy will not stop. But she did say exactly what you said. She's better than she used to be. She's like, you can ask my exes. I'm crazy. If you
would talk to my ex, he would tell you like, oh, she's crazy.
Okay. Well, maybe you should have talked to her ex before you brought her here.
Yeah.
He said that her jealousy is what ruined all of her relationships, and alludes to maybe it ruining this one.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame him, because this guy, not only can he not be around his friends, he can't even be around his parents.
He's only allowed to be around Simba.
Yeah. And her.
Right. And Simba's always in the bathroom.
And her cheddar cheese. Simba's always in the bathroom.
He's like, we have a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. My dog needs to go live with my parents. This dog is always in there. So annoying.
Tired of flushing for him.
Yeah. God. Yara says something so funny, but also so real.
What?
She's like, I'm sorry. Do you think that your husband is a superstar, like that women are like batting down the door for him?
But poor Brandon.
But she's absolutely right though. Like, what is happening over there that you have to be so jealous and protective?
But he, like, when she said it, he just kind of like looked down like, she's right.
I know. He's like, I've been drinking so much protein powder.
I've been eating so much peanut butter.
It's powdered.
Yuck.
Put it right in my shake. I've been lifting the cows in the field. I thought I was getting somewhere. Guess not.
And Sean's like, I don't know if this is a compliment or a diss.
So now they show Betty and Ron. They're holding hands like they're trying to stay on a boat.
Oh, but they love each other.
I know, but that's a lot, the holding hands.
I know, but you know what's sick is? I think it was genuine. I think they're just like, they're wackos together.
Okay. If I ever came to your house and you and your husband were holding hands like that, I would leave.
You'd be like, what's happening?
What is happening? This is disgusting.
Yeah.
So there's a house for sale across the street. And they said, listen, we'll offer to put a down payment on that house. And Julia is like, no, I don't want any money from you. I don't want anything for you because it will never really be our house. And they're like, what?
But also, like, if it were me,
Julia, you don't have a job. You don't have a job.
Right now, if my in-laws were like, the house next door to us, like, we would help you buy it, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, especially if we have kids, you have your in-laws right next door, or right there, and it's nowhere near, it's close. Yeah.
Okay, the thing is, we live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
My neighbor and I could hold hands if I extend my arm.
Yes.
Literally, if she puts her hands on the wall and I put my hands on the wall, we could feel each other's energy.
Yeah, my house is attached. Yeah, I get it.
When they say the house next door, they mean like acres away.
Right, like where my mom lives.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't want anything. Now, also, they reveal that Ron is having some kind of treatments,
which made me think
maybe a little cancer.
maybe he has cancer. Yeah.
Right. And Ron is like, no, I'm going to be fine. And then Betty kind of chimes in with like, he thinks he's going to be fine.
That was really upsetting.
Yes. Brandon is crying. He doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, that's
And
what made me think it was cancer too, because he was so upset.
yeah. And Julia's like, yeah, well, this is life.
And she's like, you're so far away from your parents. I'm even further away from my parents. Is that a contest?
Okay. You came here.
Yeah. She's so mean. Yeah. If it were me and my husband's parents were sick, okay, we could live with them. What's wrong with you? Yeah.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. She has no feelings. She's causing him a lot of anxiety, probably depression. I don't know if he needs to be on antidepressant. But he's really having a hard time. And I think that therapy might actually help him.
Agreed.
BetterHelp Online Counseling is perfect for his situation because whether he's on the farm, whether he's in Richmond, if he's driving around in his car, spraying bugs in people's houses, if he's under a crawl space, he can use BetterHelp Online Counseling because it is available everywhere. It's worldwide.
I love BetterHelp, Tracey.
You can start communicating in under 24 hours. This is not self-help. This is professional counseling, and you could send a message to your counselor anytime, and you'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room.
No traffic. That's my favorite part.
Same. Anything that you share is confidential. This is professional, convenient, affordable, and so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/fiance. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
Awesome.
Trish comes out.
She's mean.
She comes out. She's dressed like she's going like to the flea market.
The swap meet.
Yeah. Or maybe she's like going to the ice cream social.
Or the ice capades.
Wow. That was a very specific
We're just
outfit.
been very ice capade forward.
Yeah.
lately.
This is we've been nostalgic about the ice dancing. Trish wants him to file for divorce.
Yes.
And then we talk about the Thanksgiving hooker situation.
I'm surprised that they didn't show it because that was all the hype.
Right. So now rumor on the street is that
Mhm.
this is how the conversation went.
Okay.
She was saying that Natalie on Thanksgiving was telling, Trish was asking Natalie, what did you used to do in your country? And she
Mhm.
said that she was a hostess, like at a restaurant
Sure.
or something. And she used to, I don't think at a restaurant, she was some kind of hostess at some kind of club. And she
Mhm.
would like spend time with the men that came in,
Sure.
something like that. And she said, oh, like a hooker,
Okay.
which is a rude comment, but like, it's not like she was like, you hooker.
And Natalie took it as in she was calling her a hooker.
Right. But they hate each other.
Yeah, that's true.
They just hate each other. That's really what happened. So Trish said that she lies about everything, especially about loving Mike. And Mike is like, hey, listen, Punkosaurus. When we were still together, when we were first together, we really loved each other. And his mom's like, nope.
Well, that's what made me feel bad for Mike. His mother's like, she never loved you.
She never loved you.
She never
no one will
liked
ever
you.
loved you.
Yes.
No, get over it. You're ugly. You're gross.
Except for me.
Me and you will be together forever.
Yes.
Now, Natalie said that right after he proposed, he handed her his phone and she went through the deleted files and saw naked photos of his ex. And now this is what she says. This is a quote. Very naked. She didn't have any clothes.
I like that she said she was beautiful.
She threw that in there just to see, like, to show that she wasn't like shaming her.
Yes.
She's like, she was a very nice girl though, but she, I definitely saw her butthole.
Yes.
So he claims that it was his ex just trying to get back with him. Noelle.
Like, no, I'm with Natalie.
Noelle.
Mm-hmm.
You ever try to get back with an ex?
Yes.
Okay. Did you do a full photo shoot of nude photos and send it to him unsolicited?
Maybe that would have worked.
And then saved it in his phone for him?
No.
No, you must have had. That's the only way you can get back with an ex.
Oh, then why didn't it work this time?
Sure, Jan. Sure, Jan. Mike, you're not being truthful.
Yeah, he lies too.
He was like, listen, will I save all these photos and look at them for a little while and then put them in my deleted files 2 days before I get engaged? Yes.
yes.
But can I get back with you? No, I'm with
Mm-mm.
Natalie.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Yara said that Mike isn't married to Natalie.
Well, right. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. Here's the thing. Yara interjected a lot with everyone. And I was like on board with everything she was saying. But when she came in here, I was like, wait, I don't get it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So Angela said, go home, stop playing victim. That was
Shut
very
up,
funny.
Angela.
I don't know. I just listen, was it rude? Absolutely. Did I giggle? Yes.
You did see me while I was like,
I giggled.
this bitch.
I giggled. She's like, oh, that's it. I'm tired of you playing victim.
She definitely was very Maury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was.
Angela.
Uh-huh.
Of course she was Maury. She has been on Maury 3 times.
But okay, see, I had thought she was only on there once, but she was very Maury
No.
this episode.
She's used to it.
That's
So
crazy.
Julia again wants Natalie to go home.
Shut up. But which I do get what she says though. She's like, people like you are the reason why we have to fight for our visa because like you're full of baloney.
Okay, but also, I don't know, just be quiet.
Also, shut up. Yeah,
Everyone could see what's going on.
Yes.
We don't need you to spell it out, Natalie.
agreed.
And Natalie's like, will you go home? Will you go home? You better go. You better leave or you're going to stay here. And Natalie, she's like, yeah, see, you're going to stay.
I don't know. I felt bad for Natalie in this moment.
And then Trish yells at Natalie privately.
Okay, but also about Bo.
Okay. So Natalie said that Trish said Natalie hasn't told her mom.
Right.
And also Trish said that Natalie accused Bo of stealing her jewelry. And Trish said that Natalie pawned it.
That's crazy.
I got to tell you,
Yeah.
I do not think that Natalie pawns her own jewelry
Neither do
because
I.
of her reaction.
Okay, that was such a heinous thing to say. Maybe
She was like, why would I pawn my own jewelry that I
who
wanted?
does that because she wants Natalie to look really bad.
Yes.
Mhm.
So she said that she wants Mike to find a girl that wants to live on a ranch. Okay. Where would the ranch be?
Right. Who has a ranch?
You live on a green pond.
Uh-huh. Who has a ranch?
You have a cat.
Uh-huh. You have decals.
You have a cat. You have butterfly decals in a single wide trailer.
Yeah.
Who lives on a ranch?
I don't know. You also have this random piece of furniture in the middle of your house that I can't
It's not
stand.
furniture. It's built in. That's the way the house is divided.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that
Because
like that's like what keeps it together?
I
Like what
guess
holds
so.
it up?
Yeah. That's the staples and the glue of the of the single wide.
Okay.
So now she FaceTimes with her mom crying and she tells her mom they split and her mom feels really bad. And
Mm.
Natalie says that it's because Mike was really mean and she really wanted a baby. What?
What? Since when?
She got mad when Trish said that she had a crib for her and she said, I am a career woman.
Right. She's
I'm a news reporter. What?
I'm a meteorologist.
Natalie is so unhinged though, because I will tell you, even when she was on the phone with her mom,
Mm-hmm.
the way she said I love you to her was so aggressive. She's like, I love you. Goodbye. What?
She is aggressive. She's just aggressive.
Oh my God. This is like really overwhelming. Now, speaking of overwhelming, let's talk about Angela and Michael.
She overwhelmed me. This all overwhelmed me.
I don't like them equally.
Yeah, listen, he's a jerk. He didn't check
Mhm.
up on her after her
Mm-mm.
surgery.
Because it wasn't about her boobs.
Right, which I hate him for.
Yep. He would disappear and he was like, yeah, it's because I was on all the family outings. Oh, really? Would you go apple picking with your family?
I don't know. I think that no matter, even if he told her, Angela, I was at church, she'd be like, I don't believe you, Michael. You were getting
Okay, but
blowjobs."
also he was on family outings.
I don't know. He said or doing errands.
Aaron's, what was he making? Mashed potatoes in the driveway?
In the
again?
driveway.
Come
Sweating some
on.
salt into them.
God, he was going to look at the Christmas lights on all the houses. Please. So he was only worried about her boobs. That's it.
He was.
He said also, this is what he said. He said that in Nigeria, no one's fat, so they don't need weight loss surgery.
Okay. I don't know if that's a true statement.
And Angela's like, no, that's not true. It's because in his country, being fat is a status symbol. And Asuelo said, yes, also in Samoa, it is
Right.
a status symbol because it's like back in like the 1800s here in America,
Mm-hmm.
the kings and the queens were fat because they had the money to eat the good food.
I was going to say they can afford the food.
Yes.
Exactly.
So she cries silently.
I've never seen her do anything
I
silent.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed. So now Natalie is still crying over her bank card being
Yes.
stopped. They pan over like she's crying over Angela's boobs
No,
or something.
No, she's crying over her real visa.
Angela said that she wants to die. And then
Poor
she
Angie.
says that she's old and might die before he gets there. Angela, you're 55.
She is suddenly like aging herself all the way.
She's like, I'm 84 now. What?
Mhm. Huh?
Ronald said it's too hard to be supportive over video. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
He is projecting because
Yes.
Tiffany is getting the same surgery. And I'm assuming that he has not been supportive because Ronald doesn't want her to get it.
I mean, does he not want her to get it for the same reasons as Michael because of the money, or is he worried about her being put to sleep and going through the surgery?
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what Ronald.
Because that's the thing. I feel like I would be more
Yes.
against it. Like, I don't want anything to happen to
Yes.
you.
I don't want anything to happen to you for sure. So Skyla comes out.
With the matching ponytail.
Matching ponytail, Fashion Nova dress with a leopard bra sticking out.
But why is she doing
What is
that?
happening to these women? Who is okaying these outfits?
Skyla always has bra straps out. It's something I've noticed about her.
Well, they flash back to Angela meeting the doctor. So
Mhm.
then she confesses that she went to Dr. Obeng's birthday. Now,
Mhm.
here's the thing. Trust me, this guy does not want Angela.
No, but again, Angela would lose her mind.
Yes.
If
So
this-
Sean asked if they were alone.
Mhm.
And she's like, but they try to make it like they were having an affair.
I know, but also, why did she go silent?
Okay. So he apparently drove her home. And I hope she had car fare.
Right. I mean,
Just
who
saying.
knows?
So she told Mike to shut up. And apparently the doctor drove her back to the hotel because she was sick. Noelle,
Yeah.
he drove her home during his own birthday party
Right. I don't
What?
understand.
because he was the doctor
What? Yeah.
because she was pale white.
She was pale and she didn't feel well.
Okay. She got her boobs done last week and this was
Yeah.
last week.
Yes.
So what was he like? Hey, listen, what are you doing after this?
I
And
don't
she
know.
was like, oh, I was going to go into the recovery room. And he's like, let's go
Right.
to a bar.
let's just hang out.
And
Let's
she's
go
like,
to a gastropub.
and he's like, do you want to go to a gastropub or a gastroenterologist?
She's like, you pick a gastro.
Either one. Either one is fine with me. So she calls Michael an a-hole. She's so aggressive with Michael, though.
But that's what I mean. She's very
Ooh.
abusive. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
So Aunt
What?
Lydia comes out and Aunt Lydia throws major shade. They ask her how she looks, and Aunt Lydia goes, yeah, she's pretty okay.
Because Aunt Lydia clearly isn't a fan of Angela.
Well, she said, Aunt Lydia says that Angela got the surgery for being sexy.
Right. Like she wanted to look good
Okay.
for men.
Cool. But also Angela starts screaming that she can't have babies.
Okay. Well, because she had to convince Aunt Lydia that she was gonna have babies, so Michael would marry her.
I guess now she's screaming at Michael to shut his effing mouth.
Uh-huh.
They're fighting. And then Angela kind of has a little bit of a point, though.
What'd she say?
She's like, why are you in my marriage? She's like, are you screwing him?
I get that, but like she doesn't understand. You could just talk to people instead
Right.
of screaming.
But Aunt Lydia said something very concerning.
What'd she say?
I'm married to his brother, not him. What? How are you his aunt?
I didn't even catch that.
You're his sister-in-law aunt?
Or both.
Sister-in-law aunt-in-law?
Because that makes sense, because then Angela's like, didn't you tell your brother to
Right.
tell her?
So this isn't your aunt.
How
This
is
your,
that his aunt?
Is it your mother's sister and also your wife?
Maybe.
Did Michael's brother marry his aunt?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Because if it's Michael's aunt, then it's his brother's aunt and also his wife.
yes.
So it's his aunt wife.
Yes.
His wife aunt or aunt wife?
Aunt wife.
Aunt wife Lydia.
Yeah. Aunt wife Lydia. Interesting.
She's
I
like, I
didn't-
held
I
you when
didn't
you were
catch that.
born, and then I also held you at the altar.
Then I also held you in my bed.
So Angela's screaming into the camera, Maury Povich, Jerry Springer style. Beautiful,
Mhm.
beautiful performance, Angela. This is great.
But why was it necessary?
You know, come on, Noelle. It was not necessary.
Yeah.
And then she shows her boobs to the camera.
Mhm.
She shows them to Aunt Lydia.
Mhm.
And then she shows them to Michael and goes, F you too, Michael. What?
Everyone died though.
This is why Angela got her boobs done.
To flash everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, I
She
believe
did it so that she could have an impact on this actual tell-all. She got her boobs for this tell-all.
And now she's like, "Oh, I'm done with you, Michael." Sure.
You okay?
Sure.
Sure, Jan.
I'm sure Aunt Lydia's done with you though, Angela.
Aunt Lydia's like, wow, they look good.
I feel
55, huh?
they didn't even drop yet. They're brand
Oh.
new. Uh-huh.
What is she got her boobs last week?
Shouldn't she be wearing like the boob bra?
How is she moving her arms?
I was wondering that too. Mm-hmm.
What is happening? Andrea's like, how are you dealing with the pain? She's like, I get tired sometimes. What?
Shouldn't she be like draining still?
She should still be draining.
Yeah.
Someone should be squishing her in the shower.
in the shower.
If
She
you
should
guys
be
don't know what we're
fainting in
talking
the
about,
shower.
if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go over to Teen Mom Trash Talk. Check out when Jade got her BBL.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we're referring to. Can't wait for part 2.
Okay, I can't wait for part 2.
I can't either. In the meantime, make sure you're keeping up with all the gossip at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Noelle is doing a bang up job of running those, keeping up with everything that's going on with 90 Day Fiance. Check out me, Tracey Tuzini, on Instagram and Twitter. You could go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming stand-up comedy dates, and check out Noelle on Instagram and Twitter at Noe Girl.
That's me.
Also, Noelle,
Yeah.
so many people from this podcast, our listeners, sent you gifts for your 40th birthday.
Guys, sent me gifts is an understatement. Like the amount of gifts that I got, it was like that was more than any Christmas I've ever had, any birthday I've ever had. Like that was insane.
You're a rock star, Noelle. Happy
I love
birthday.
you all. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.